Sunday Night Baseball on ESPN is presented by Taco Bell's new limited edition Triple Double Crunch Wrap. And in part by Liberty Mutual Insurance. Liberty stands with you. And Otesla. Learn more at otesla.com. To the top of the 8th here at Wrigley in front of a crowd of almost 41,000. The Mariners lead the Cubs 6-3. Mike Zunino will lead it off. Pedro Strop back on the mound for the Cubs. Zunino tonight 1 for 3, doubled his last time up. And let's not lose track of the fact that Travis Wood is still in left field for the Cubs. How can you take him out after the play he made last time? Strop, who will often vary the timing and his delivery, did it there as he misses down and away.
Strop, a hard thrower, typically 95 with a 4 in the 2-seam fastball, but will throw over 50% sliders. We've seen back-to-back ones to Zunino.
That's a fair ball, skips under the glove of Bryant into foul territory down the left field line, where Wood will pick it up in the bullpen where he's used to hanging out. This time gets it back into the infield, but it's a leadoff double for Zunino.
Well, Bryant just short-armed it a little bit. He knew because the ball was not hit hard that he was going to have to get rid of it in a hurry, even though Zunino doesn't run that great. So in his haste to kind of get the ball to his hand, he pulls up a little bit short, and it turns into another double for Zunino.
And now here's Edwin Diaz, the pitcher. This is his first career professional at bat, and he gets the bunt down, throw to third, and out at third is Zunino. Got it down, but Cubs knew it was coming, and Rizzo was right there to make a great throw.
I love this play so much. Look, Rizzo understands that this guy probably hasn't had an at-bat, certainly not at the big league level. So he's probably not real adept at handling the bat. So I'm just going to force him to either bunt it, or if he wants to get cute and try and slash, I probably realize he has no experience. So even though I don't have a force play at third, I am going to play this super aggressively. Diaz bunts it right to him. He doesn't rush the play and makes an accurate throw.
So let's go back. Obviously, Scott Service wanted Diaz to pitch the bottom of the 8th inning. So that's why he hits for himself. That's why he doesn't bring up a pinch hitter or anything like that. He could have double switched to avoid the situation, but
basically he's telling you he wants Lee defensively in the
right.
game in a 6-3 ball game over
Lynn.
The chance for Adam Lynn to swing the bat.
How often do you see a game where both teams have relievers get at bats? That doesn't happen very often.
No.
Sean O'Malley 1 for 4. They play him in the outfield to hit the ball to the opposite field. So Hamill has hit, Wood has hit, Diaz has hit. Wood has made a great catch up against the ivy in left field. All very predictable stuff.
You can hear Dallas Braden somewhere yelling athlete from his couch.
There's one, and that's all they'll get, but a nice play by Zobrist to force the lead runner. Two down in the inning now. If you missed it an inning ago when Travis Wood was in his first inning out in left field.
Look at him look where the ivy is. I mean, that is not easy. You're running full speed. You take your eyes off the ball to see where you're at. You slam against the brick. And you make the catch.
I think Dougie Glanville, that play would have made him proud. A little ball wall ball there, finding where he is.
And now he's coming back into pitch.
And a Little League game has broken out at Wrigley Field.
This is great. Caesar's going to left. Strop's out of the game. And Woods coming back into pitch to face Cano. Or to face Martin, excuse me, to face Martin.
Tell you what, Travis Wood is earning himself a Slurpee at the Snack Shack after this game. He's going to ride his bike home.
I mean, I'd already written in Wood's line when he came out of the game the first time, but it's not final yet.
Yep. Pretzels and Slurpees for Travis Wood tonight.
Because when he was pitching, he walked Seth Smith to load the bases in the sixth. The bases were loaded, nobody out. Strikeout, pop-up to get out of that jam. Had a pretty good swing when he came up as a hitter, hit a fly ball to left field, made a great catch out in left, and now in the eighth inning he's back into pitch.
All in day's work for a relief pitcher.
Here he is doing what he's generally paid to do. Pitch. Strikeout, got Cano to pop up to get out of that. In the seventh inning, here's the catch again. Had to alter the route after he found the ball. Doesn't even blink when he crashes into the brick wall behind the ivy. High fives all around. A little scolding from David Ross for not hitting the cutoff man. And now, well, Aaron, you broke him down as a pitcher in the sixth inning. You want to break him down again?
Fastball, cutter, slider. We saw the curveball mixed in a little more than usual tonight.
And little known fact, pretty good range in the outfield too.
And a little bit of pop in the bat. He almost hit it out. Just missed it.
This is great stuff. This is fun.
He's looked hitterish, he's looked pitcherish, and he's looked outfielderish.
Nice.
Can't give him professional hitter quite yet, though.
You know what he is? He's a ball player.
Yeah, he is.
He's a ball player. That'll end the cliche portion of the year. Swing and a miss by Martin. The big two-run double off a Roldis Chapman last night. They turned a 1-0 deficit into a 2-1 lead for the Mariners in the eighth inning. They went on to win 4-1. After every batter now, probably Wood's looking around like he's got to look at Joe Madden and say, where do you want me to go now? What do you want me to do now? Am I in? Am I out? Am I here? Am I there? How much time, you think of a rain delay, you don't want your guy to sit down for too long before you bring him back into the game, but Wood hasn't thrown a pitch in like 45 minutes since he was in the first time.
He stayed warm though.
He did. Ripped foul. If he gets Martin, he'll stay in the game to face Cano in the top of the ninth. He'll come out for the top of the ninth. Then again, he's due up fourth in the bottom of the eighth, and who knows what might happen. Picks him off. Inning over. It's your night, Travis Wood. Going bottom eight. Wood due up fourth. Don't go anywhere.
The biggest day of the week just got bigger because DirecTV is throwing you more ways to watch the NFL than ever before. With NFL Sunday Tickets, now you can stream every out-of-market game every Sunday, live on your favorite screens at no extra charge. Just when you thought game day couldn't get any bigger, now catch games at home and on the go. For the most live football action anywhere, order NFL Sunday Tickets, streaming now included, only on DirecTV.
This is a legal alert for women diagnosed with ovarian cancer. If you used Johnson's baby powder, shower to shower, or another talcum powder product, you may have a case.
Call 1-800-530-9614. That's 1-800-530-9614.
Have you written a book and want it published? Thousands of authors have with Page Publishing. We print, digitize, and help sell your book on Amazon, Apple iBooks, Google, and stores everywhere. If we decide to publish you, your work ends and ours begins.
Call 800-251-6184.
Atkins books at LaQuinta.com. He gets a ready for you alert the second his room is ready. So you know what he gives?
I'll give you everything I've got and then some.
He gives 110%.
I'm confident this 10% can boost your market share. Feel me, Lois?
I'm feeling it.
Ready for you alert only at LQ.com.
Your brother betrayed you for the power of Rome and sent you into slavery. If you want revenge, there is a way. Win the race and start a revolution.
Praise for impact!
First to finish.
Lost to die.
Come on!
Ben-Hur. Rated PG-13.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome to the bullpen.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Office of the Commissioner of Baseball and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without express written consent.
On the MLB calendar this week here on ESPN, a pair of games from New York. The Yankees at Citi Field Monday night. The Mets return the favor by heading to the Bronx for a couple of games beginning Wednesday night. Monday, Tuesday at Citi, Wednesday, Thursday at Yankee Stadium, and you can see the Monday and Wednesday games right here on ESPN. Aaron, in your years as a player and broadcaster, as Jason Hayward grounds one out to short, how many times have you seen a pitcher pitch, go to another position, and then come back in to pitch again? It's you're counting them on one hand at best, right? I mean,
I think games that I've been a part of, I think 0.
Wow.
Unusual, interesting stuff. Mike Montgomery, a left-hander, is up in the pen for the Cubs. Wilson Contreras is the batter. Wood's spot is 2 spots away. You got to believe if the inning is going. So if one of the next 2 guys gets on, you would assume that Baez is going to come up to hit. Ooh, they got a piece of Diaz and ricochets into center field. A bullet off the bat of Contreras for a base hit.
Well, glad to see him smiling because this ball was coming in hot. Like a fastball out over the plate, and Contreras, we've seen a guy with very strong back through the middle of the field. Looks like it just kind of catches him off the thigh. Come take a look at him, but he's smiling. It looks like he's going to be all right.
Matt Caesar's getting ready for his first at bat. Diaz is okay. Cubs with a man on and 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th. Check swing foul off by Caesar, who went into left field when Wood came back into pitch and Strop came out of the game. And there's Javier Baez in the on deck circle. So if the inning continues, presumably he will bat, and that'll be the end of the night for Wood. If Caesar hits into a double play, Wood could come back out and pitch to start the 9th inning. But Joe Maddon's been trying to do a couple of things, trying to conserve the limited bench that he has, and use them at the most opportune time. And so it looks like he might get that opportunity with Baez here this inning. .101 miles per hour on that last pitch from Diaz.
Well, and he's all fastball. The first pitch, you could tell Caesar wasn't comfortable. Probably set up now for that slider. Back to the heater.
Not a big guy, but man, he's got some velocity. He hung a slider, though, over the middle of the plate, and he pays for it. A base hit for Caesar. And Baez is going to come up representing the tying run.
And I think if you're Joe Madden, the way this game started out, with Mattis really struggling, the long ball kind of sending the Mariners off to a big lead with King Felix on the hill, they were able to at least make King Felix really work, get him out of the game early. And now here in the home half of the 8th, you've got one of your guys with power representing the tying run in a game that looked like it would have never gotten to this.
Baez is having a terrific year. He has come so far in the last couple of years. Average way up, strikeouts way down. Terrific defensive player, and some pop in the bat. And as this one gets closer, look who's getting up. Aroldis Chapman, who was charged with a blown save yesterday. The big acquisition by the Cubs in the last week or so. Baez 2 years ago as a rookie struck out 44% of the time. This year striking out 24% of the time. Nasty slider there for out number 2.
Well, the high velocity fastball, he runs the fastball in on the hands of Baez to start him out. Just a little bit tardy coming off the bench. Then a perfectly located fastball at 99 on the corner. And then that tight slider at 88 in the same window that 99-mile-an-hour fastball on the corner was the previous pitch. Good downward tight action on that pitch. Baez out in front, could do nothing with it.
Now Dexter Fowler. Fowler 1 for 2 and a couple of walks tonight. Cubs just 1 for 10 with the runners in scoring position in the game. Diaz, again a rookie, less than 2 months in the big leagues. Moved from the rotation down to the minors to the bullpen and pitching as a reliever up here in the majors, and who knows what the future holds. But man, is this stuff electric out of the bullpen. This guy's got, may have, who knows, future closer written all over him. You know, there's a phrase, max effort, for guys who look like they're, you know, their hat's going to fall off on every pitch and they're going to come out of their shoes. He's not max. He doesn't look max effort. It's coming out at 100.
No, but at the same time, it looks like, especially for the righties, there's a little bit of an uncomfortable feeling because it is a lot of arms and legs and kind of slings it at you.
And it's got that late life too.
Yep.
The last one, and we've seen a couple of the ones up in the zone almost look like they have a rise action, which it doesn't, but it has that kind of late action on top of 99-100.
Tried to backdoor him with a slider, but missed. Two on, two out, tying run at the plate. And Diaz gets a call off the outside corner to end the inning. Went back to that slider. Fowler thought it was outside, but he's called out on strikes to end the inning. Through 8, it remains the Mariners 6 and the Cubs 3.
Carol's painting with confidence because she went to Lowe's. She knows if she doesn't love it, they'll make it right. And being a parrot, I know color. Because, okay, do you mind, Sparky?
Now get paint and primer starting at $19.98 at Lowe's.
You got a truck for a reason, so get some Firestone tires and go do truck stuff. The Firestone Destination AT. Long link, carbon reinforced to conquer any terrain and any truck stuff. Whatever you drive, drive a Firestone.
I asked my dentist if an electric toothbrush was going to clean better than a manual. He said sure, but don't get just anyone. Get one inspired by dentists with a round brush head.
Go pro with Oral-B. Oral-B's rounded brush head cups your teeth to break up plaque and rotates to sweep it away. And Oral-B delivers a clinically proven superior clean versus Sonicare Diamond Clean.
My mouth feels super clean.
Oral-B. Know you're getting a superior clean.
I'm never going back to a manual brush.
Hey.
Hi.
You're that guy from Verizon who switched to Sprint.
I used to ask if you could hear me now, but it's 2016 and Sprint's network reliability is now within 1% of Verizon. And Sprint saves you 50% on most Verizon, AT&T, and T-Mobile rates. That's why millions have switched.
Make that millions plus one.
Can you hear that?
Don't let a 1% difference cost you twice as much. Switch to Sprint today.
How does soccer work? You need a team. Working together. Doing all kinds of jobs. And the best place to find the job that's right for you is on the world's #1 job site. Indeed, how the world works.
Wow! Unbelievable!
Time now to take a look at our T-Mobile plays of the game. The Seattle Mariners hitting 3 two-run homers off Bryant and Mattis. First inning, Nelson Cruz. Second inning, Robinson Cano. Third inning, Dae-Ho Lee. Bolt out to an early 6-0 lead. The Cubs have made it interesting. It's 6-3 as we go to the top of the ninth, and the new pitcher is former Mariner Mike Montgomery. Was acquired by the Cubs 11 days ago.
And has done a really nice job this year. Nice earned run average, has logged a lot of innings, 64 1/3. Good strikeout to walk ratio, and has really controlled lefties. 203 against them, and a big reason why. That curveball right there to get the first out of the ninth inning.
Changes for the Cubs in addition to Montgomery. Matt Caesar has moved from left field to center field. Ben Zobrist becomes the 4th different player to play left field for the Cubs in this game, and Javier Baez stays in the game at second base. Montgomery will make the play himself.
It's a 1U if you're scoring at home.
2 down in the inning.
How do you guys record that on your fancy score cards? Yeah, 1U.
1U.
Just 1U.
1U.
Steve Cishek, the Seattle closer, is up in the pen in anticipation of a save opportunity in the bottom of the ninth.
Under the watchful eye of Mike Hampton, outstanding big leaguer. Bullpen coach for the Mariners.
Got some interesting coaches. They got Edgar Martinez as their hitting coach. Manny Acta.
Casey Candel.
Yep.
There's Mike Hampton.
Speaking of pitchers who could hit.
He could hit,
Man.
he could run, and he had a sinker.
Cruz's home run. He is 26th on the season. RBIs number 67 and 68. Chopper past the mound. Tricky play. Safe at first. Cruz. And it's a base hit. MLB.TV Premium, the #1 live streaming sports service, delivers everything you have come to expect and more. Watch every out-of-market game live in HD on over 400 supported devices. Includes a free subscription to At Bat Premium, the #1 app for live baseball. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.TV for details. Pinch runner has come on for Cruz. Guillermo Heredia, young outfielder, spending his first weekend in the big leagues, just called up on Friday. And here's Kyle Seager, 1 for 3, also hit by a pitch.
It was fun talking to his brother Corey last week when we had the Dodgers in St. Louis. A little battle going on between Corey and Kelly, and you mentioned Corey and Kyle, excuse me. Corey hitting his 18th. Kyle's got 20. A little bit of back and forth, and he was talking about it.
Lined into left center, a base hit. Heredia will stop at second. Well, Seager, 20 home runs, career highs 26, 67 RBIs. His career high is 96. So he's got a chance potentially to have a couple of career highs this year.
Did you and Brett ever talk back and forth in those couple years where you're both battling home runs, 20 plus? Talk smack at all? Is there any of the?
Oh, not so much smack. He was tending to run away from me.
Batter Franklin Gutierrez.
But I'll tell you what, and I know the Seager brothers have this. You know, you can't put a price tag on having family members in the game that are going through some of the exact same things that you are. To be able to have a sounding board, a friend, someone that shares your blood. It's something that was I think beneficial to me in my career, and something that I cherished.
Well, in that vein, now Corey and Kyle can lean on Buster.
I fully expect they'll be reaching out to me. I know I've already reached out to them a lot.
This might be my favorite story of the whole year.
I know. I think Corey has a book report due in a couple months, so you know he'll be reaching out to Buster.
He knows where to go. You know, he's got my number.
Does the comma go here, Buster?
Two balls, 2 strikes on Gutierrez. Swing and a miss, and the inning is over. We're going to the bottom of the 9th. Cishek will come on. Cubs down 3. Heart of the order is coming up.
You do all this research on the perfect car, then smash it into a tree. Your insurance company raises your rates. Maybe you should have done more research on them.
For drivers with accident forgiveness, Liberty Mutual won't raise your rates due to your first accident. Liberty Mutual Insurance.
on any road with intuitive all-wheel drive. The Nissan Rogue, Murano, and Pathfinder. Now get 0% APR for 72 months plus $500 bonus cash.
When Josh Atkins books at LaQuinta.com, he gets a ready for you alert the second his room is ready. So you know what he gives?
I'll give you everything I've got and then some.
He gives 110%.
I'm confident this 10% can boost your market share. Feel me, Lois?
I'm feeling it.
Ready for you alert only at LQ.com.
What I love about the Temper-Breeze bed is cool. So you're not too hot, too cold. It's like perfect.
You just get in and it naturally adapts to your body and creates the perfect temperature for you.
Sleep cooler. Wake more refreshed. Discover the new Temper-Breeze.
This is the Dell Inspiron 2-in-1. It has 4 versatile modes and a 6th-gen Intel Core processor for getting more done. Like rocking marine biology term papers or making the baddest beats on campus. Inspired by you, multitasking double major. We love your work.
Wednesday Night Baseball, Mets, Yankees, Wednesday at 7 on ESPN.
After we wrap up here at Wrigley, close out your weekend with Sports Center at night. Kevin Connors and Ibuchi will have highlights from the final round of the PGA Championship, all the action from around the majors, the trades, NFL training camp updates, and the rest of the day in sports. Sports Center at night up next on ESPN. Changes for the Mariners. Heredia stays in the game in left field. Gutierrez moves from left to right, and in to pitch for Seattle is their closer, Steve Cishek. Former Marlin and Cardinal. As you can see, he's a sidearmer.
And it's been a very strong season for Cishek. Good earned run average, whip down, nice strikeout to walk ratio. Fastball, sinking fastball that'll run in on the hands of these right-handed hitters. Right-handers have hit just 143 against him. You saw Cishek after that first pitch slider that looked like it caught the outside corner, not get the call, kind of stare in at Dan Iasonia.
2-1 the count on Bryant. He'll be followed by Rizzo and then Zobrist. The Mariners 3 outs away from a win and a 5-3 road trip through Toronto, Pittsburgh, and Wrigley. And every game's so important for them, of course, as they try to stay relevant in the wild card race. If they win tonight, they will be 4 back of the Red Sox for the second wild card spot. The Red Sox were victorious today, got 5 in the 9th to beat the Angels. Detroit and Houston between Seattle and Boston. There's a swing and a miss to get Bryant 1 down. Some funky swings against this guy sometimes.
Well, it went right back to the slider, and it really stays in the heart of the plate. And it actually looks like Bryant somewhat has a beat on it, but he just kind of shaking his head a little bit like, how did I miss that pitch? But just a little bit underneath it as Cishek continues to dominate right-handed hitters.
Oof.
Now Rizzo.
Late break. Sat on the strikeout, and then that last pitch, good 3 to 4 inches late. I think that's what got Bryant. By the time you make the decision to swing, Cishek's ball's still moving.
If it holds up, Felix Hernandez would get the win, his 6th on the season. Brian Mattis would take the loss, give up all 6 runs in the first 3 innings tonight. Even with a loss today, the Cubs would still have the best record in baseball at 62-42. The next best record, the second best record in baseball, the Cleveland Indians, who won again today. They're 60-42, and they picked up Andrew Miller today. Now to play full count.
And right now they have all the right pieces when you think about October. The pitching, now the bullpen, and they can hit, and that's not been the case the last few years for the Indians.
Ripped into right center, a base hit, and more. Rizzo on his way to second base, thought about it, but wisely put the brakes on, down 3 in the bottom of the 9th.
talked about it, but Rizzo's just so good with anything middle away. Is where he's sitting, where he's looking. And this is a slider. And still has some break. Watch this pitch still move down, but it moves down in the middle of the zone. That's exactly where Rizzo, his cookie zone is. Pitch ends up being more inside where he wants it, and that's why he drives it.
Now Zobrist. Good night for Zobrist. 2 for 3s, also walked. One of the hits was a triple. He's driven in a couple of runs. Outside, 2-0. Cubs were down 6-0 in the third. Got 2 in the fifth. Got 1 in the seventh. And have a base runner in the ninth. Need 1 more to get the tying run to the plate. There's a strike, 2-1.
With that pitch running away and the way Seattle has Zobrist played around a pull, not only in the infield but in the outfield. It's that time, especially you're not the tying run yet. It's the time, just set your sights away and just look for something you can shoot the other way.
On the appeal, no swing. 3-1.
Especially now that you're in that real good hitter's count, you know you're getting the fastball, you know it's going to be running away, and the way Seattle's played as a hitter, you can just really think other way with this ball.
3-1. Strike taken, a full count. Addison Russell waiting for his opportunity. Cishek working quickly. 3-2 on the way, and there's a base hit into left field. Did exactly as you said, takes it the other way, and now Russell's going to come up as the tying run.
Just know the way the ball's moving away from you as a left-handed hitter there, and you know he doesn't want to issue a free pass. The way that defense was positioned, I think it just set up to punch it the other way. He got a pitch he could handle on the outer half and drove it through that left side.
Russell representing the tying run. And a slider for a strike. Into left center, it is down for a base hit. 1 run in to score, and both runners take an extra base. Zobrist to third, and Russell takes second.
Oh, what a mistake right there. Addison Russell is the only runner you're concerned about, and Scott Service can't even hide his displeasure. You don't concern yourself with Ben Zobrist running to third base. One, you're not going to have a play, but his run does not matter. You've just got to keep that tying run from getting into scoring position. It's a good job by Addison Russell of seeing that ball go to third base. He doesn't break stride, easily gets into second base, not only taking away a force play and a possible double play, but now the tying run out there at second base.
And that's Heredia, who has only been in the majors for a few days, making a young player's mistake. The tying run is now at second. The winning run is at the plate. The batter is Jason Hayward. Hayward 0 for 4 tonight. Has seen a fair bit of Cishek. He's 3 for 9, including a double. Wow, what a stop. Or did it hit him? It hit him, and the bases are loaded.
Well, this is a good job by Seager of going out to the mound and saying something to Cishek here. Slow it down a little bit and understand that Look, you've been one of the outstanding closers in the league as we get a look at this slider that just keeps boring in and looks like catches the back foot. But you've got righties now to face. You've dominated them on the season. Execute your pitches.
Strike one to Wilson Contreras. A run in, bases loaded, 1 out. Everybody standing here but Wrigley as the Cubs try to finish off an improbable comeback. Down 6-0 early. Outside, a ball and a strike.
And it feels like it's going a little bit fast even right now for Cishek. And when it starts to going fast, you don't lose stuff or velocity, but you lose command. And that's when you can make a mistake. Something you don't want right now. You want to locate.
Inside corner for a strike. Contreras didn't like it one bit.
Seems like all night long Dan Iasonia has been lenient on that side of the plate. Into righties, away to left-handers. And there the Mariners get a break on that call.
Ground ball to third. To second, one to first. Not in time. A run scores to make it 6-5.
And there's another example of the athleticism of the Cubs. If he did indeed beat this, this is a tailor-made double play that the Seattle Mariners do not mess up. They execute and turn it well. Contreras absolutely beats that throw to first base, gets out of the box extremely well.
The Mariners do want to have a look at it, but this one shouldn't take that long. You can hear the crowd reacting. They're watching it on the video board here. Contreras gets down the line pretty well.
Real well. And he had the luxury. It was a slider. So as a right-handed hitter, when you're a little bit out in front of that, you usually get a good running start out of the box. Clearly safe. Now Matt Caesar a chance to tie or give the Cubs the lead because of the athleticism and speed of Wilson Contreras extending this game.
So fielder's choice, RBI, 6-5, tying run at third, winning run at first, 2 down in the bottom of the ninth, and here's Caesar. Popped up right side, near the seats and back in the seats, out of play. Well, I think everybody's gotten their money's worth out of this one tonight with all the crazy stuff that's happened. Home runs early. Travis Wood doing about everything that a player can do at a baseball game, and now it comes down to this in the bottom of the ninth. 0-2.
Don't rule out Contreras possibly running from first base. Cishek, all his concentration on that hitter right now, rightfully so. You get him off and running, create a mistake, or at least get the go ahead. And
to the backstop, and the game is tied. Do you believe it? Winning run at second. Popped out of play. The Cubs have scored 3 runs in the bottom of the ninth to tie it. Contreras, the winning run out at second. And if it goes to the 10th, Chapman's coming in. Again, the 1-2. Fly ball to right field. Gutierrez is there, and we are going to extra innings in Chicago. Crazy stuff in this one tonight, and it ain't over yet. This wild pitch tying the game. And we are headed to the 10th at Wrigley Field, tied at 6. Mariner fans can't believe it. Now they got to deal with Aroldis Chapman.
What powers the digital world? Communication, like CenturyLink's broadband network that gives 35,000 fans a cutting-edge game experience. Or the network that keeps a leading hotel chain's guests connected at work and at play. Or the IT platform that powers millions of e-cards every day for one of the largest greeting card companies. Businesses count on communication, and communication counts on CenturyLink. CenturyLink, your link to what's next.
In our quest to reach our greatest heights, we require focus, resolve, and the ability to grip the moment. For it is in these moments that we define ourselves by our determination to never let go. Falcon Tires, the official tire of Major League Baseball.
Nobody can survive in that forest for 6 years, at least not alone.
I have Elliot.
On August 12th.
Can you tell me more? Who is he? Elliot! You'll see.
Follow that dragon!
Come on, Elliot! Come on!
Disney's Pete's Dragon. Rated PG. Get tickets now at Fandango.
Center.
10th inning at Wrigley. Wild, wild game tonight. Tied at 6 as the Cubs get 3 in the bottom of the 9th to tie it. The tying run scoring on a wild pitch from Steve Cishek. And Aroldis Chapman, who blew a save yesterday, is back in there again today to work the 10th inning. The hardest thrower in baseball, and it really isn't even close. His average fastball is about 2 miles per hour fastest than the next fastest guy, and he has topped out as high as 105 miles per hour. And 293 pitches at better than 100 miles per hour so far this year. So here is Chapman. Dae-Ho Lee will lead it off for Seattle. Lee has homered in this game, a 2-run shot back in the 3rd. First pitch swinging and a bouncer to short. 1 down. Numerous changes for the Cubs again with all the changes. Wilson Contreras, who was catching, has gone out to left. He's the 5th different Cub to play left field in this game. That has to be a record. Jason Hayward has moved from right to center. So that's got to be Caesar and right. Correct?
Yes.
No?
Zobrist.
Oh,
Zobrist.
I was wondering if you'd make it through.
Zobrist is in right. Remind me after the game to go down to Joe Madden and tell him to lay off the moves.
Wait till we get to the lineup.
And David Ross now behind the plate is in the 1 position with Chapman, the pitcher, in the 8th hole, right?
Well, we're going to find out.
Baez is at second. I know this. Zunino's hitting. So Zobrist is back in right. Zobrist has been all over the place tonight.
Started in second. Been to left.
Yep.
1 of 5, as you mentioned.
And Chapman is in the 8th spot in the lineup. Ross is in the leadoff spot in the lineup. 6-6, 10th inning. And a towering fly ball down the left field line. Contreras over into the corner. It's a foul ball. By my scorecard, which is an utter disaster at this point, I have the Cubs out of position players and having only Rondon left in the bullpen. And I'm pretty sure Travis Wood is not allowed to come back in and do anything else.
You're right. So it's definitely get your spikes on time for the starting rotation.
Well, Hamill's already hit. He's gone.
Right.
Kyle Hendricks, remember, guys.
Yeah. Zunino strikes out.
And remember, Joe Madden was hopeful of staying away from Rondon tonight. Right. Now this is Kyle Hendricks' normal.
He was supposed to pitch tonight.
He was supposed to pitch today.
He's the starting pitcher tomorrow.
That extra day's rest for their starting rotation could end up backfiring here if this thing goes deep into the night, because you would think Hendricks would be the guy if this turned into a long game.
He's also got Lackey, Lester, Arrieta.
Correct.
Rondon, who he doesn't want to use. No more position players. This is Norichika Aoki, who is batting for the pitchers, Cishek. (6-6) top 10 after the Mariners led 6-0 in the third, and even by Joe Madden standards, he has pulled the strings more than maybe he ever has before with some of the stuff that's happened in this game.
And again, I mean, and kudos to him, but the Cubs for continuing to battle in this. When you fall behind 6-0 with King Felix on the hill, you just continue to scrap and grind. And conversely, if the Mariners are to go on and lose this game, a game I feel like they really needed with their ace on the hill, this will be one that it's a little difficult to turn the page on.
Just want to leave a mark. 1-2 to Aoki. Back to the mound. Inning over. To the bottom of the 10th. Here come the Cubs.
Andrea Sycon, medical doctor from Cleveland Clinic.
Watson, let's review the electronic medical record of the next patient.
No problem.
It's a pretty huge file.
Done. Sorry for the wait.
That was quick.
As part of our research, I also compared lab results with notes about prior treatments, then cross-referenced it with thousands of medical journals.
And I get the benefit of much more data and a lot more time to plan the best treatments.
I stay focused 24/7 and never sleep.
You sound like a lot of medical students I know.
You say insane, I say I train. You say freakish, I say frequent. Insane, I train. Freakish, frequent. Let's run the whole thing back. You say ridiculous, I say meticulous. You say incredible, I say inevitable. Ridiculous, meticulous. Incredible, inevitable. Let's run the whole thing back. Carbs to compete, electrolytes to replenish.
Go, go!
6 months ago, I was a massage therapist at Miami Beach. And now, I'm an international arms dealer. With my friend from junior high. Pretty sick, huh?
How did two young men land a $300 million Pentagon contract?
You guys ever been Albanian?
I'm sorry, I don't speak Albanian.
War Dogs, rated R.
They're lined up, ready to take people home. The Cavs here outside Wrigley. Well, the game isn't over. The Cubs get 3 in the bottom of the 9th to tie it. Aroldis Chapman works a 1-2-3, top of the 10th. We go bottom 10. Cody Martin is on to pitch for Seattle. Just recalled from AAA Tacoma yesterday.
All 4 pitches, fastball, slider, curveball, and change. And obviously on in a high leverage spot here in extra innings against the Cubs. He's going to get all righties here, the first 3 hitters. Then Baez, Ross, and Bryant.
Baez in the 9 spot, Ross in the leadoff spot, then Bryant. After all the changes that the Cubs have made on the mound, in the field, at the plate, all their position players have been used. Baez takes a strike over the outside corner. Steve Cishek allows 3 runs in the bottom of the 9th as the Cubs tie it. Bryant, the 3rd hitter. Big rip and a foul off by Baez. Martin was called up when Nate Carnes went on the DL a couple of days ago. Meanwhile, down in the Cubs pen, the last available reliever, the guy that Joe Maddon said in an ideal situation he'd like to stay away from him. Well, tonight has not been a typical or ideal situation in this game, that's for sure. Rondon is up. Swing and a miss at a slow curveball, 1 down. Now David Ross. By the way, if you're wondering why doesn't Maddon send Chapman out there for a 2nd inning, including tonight, he's now pitched 4 the last 5 days. So maybe Maddon's saying 1 inning is enough. And if this game continues on to the 11th, it looks like Rondon would come in. He wouldn't be up, you wouldn't think, unless he's coming in right away. First at bat of the night for Ross. Ross hitting .233. He's had some big hits for the Cubs this year. He's got 7 home runs on the season as a part-time guy. Martin, the 6th pitcher of the night for the Mariners. SportsCenter coming up next, whenever next is, here on ESPN. Pulled foul. If the Mariners lose this game, it's going to be a long, late, quiet flight home back to Seattle for them. After it looked like they had it sewn up. Fouled off again. Seattle's got the Red Sox coming in tomorrow night. Cubs stay home. They've got the Marlins coming here. Red Sox were down in Anaheim, won this afternoon. They're already in Seattle. On the appeal, no swing. Full count. Swing and a miss, 2 down. So with 2 outs, both strikeouts. Now here's Kris Bryant. 0 for 3 tonight. He has struck out 3 times and walked twice. Shift on, 3 on the left side of the infield as he chops one foul.
You can tell Martin definitely leans on and likes his secondary pitch, that slider and the curveball. Imperative that he keep it away and down when he does use it. To Bryant.
Look where Cano's playing. Long throw on a bounce in time. Bryant stumbling across the bag, a little bit slow to get up as he is thrown out on a terrific play by Robinson Cano, and that will end the inning. We're through 10. Here comes Rondon. Cano throwing from shallow left field. Bounces it over just in time, and we're going to the 11th.
There are conductors, and then there are maestros. He leads with confidence, exactness, inspiration. At GMC, we're in tune with that degree of precision. It's that kind of performance that deserves a standing ovation. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the GMC Acadia. The next generation SUV has arrived.
Good news. This year, you and the family are making it to Galactic World without a hitch. Because when your check engine light came on, you went to AutoZone and checked it out for free.
And our Fix Finder helped you figure out what was wrong so you could fix it quick.
Now this sweet ride is ready for the journey to the promised land. You know, the land with $9 sodas and 3-hour lines you promised to take your kids to. With our help, you can always fix your car with confidence. Hoods up, America.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
I think savings is important to everyone. The USAA car buying service is helpful because it gives you that automatic savings, and I think it helps service members feel like their families are really cared for, and that's a really good feeling.
USAA car buying service, powered by TrueCar.
Esurance does insurance a smarter way, which saves money, like bundling home and auto coverage, which reduces red tape, which saves money. And when they save, you save. That's home and auto insurance for the modern world. Esurance, an Allstate company. Click or call.
The Mariners had a 6-3 lead going to the bottom of the 9th inning. Addison Russell driving in a run to make it 6-4. Contreras racing down the line, just beats what could have been a game-ending double play. Instead, fielder's choice RBI 6-5. And then Cishek with an extremely wild pitch. The tying run comes in to score. That sent it to extra innings, and it's now on to the 11th. With Hector Rondon coming in to pitch for the Cubs. He has been supplanted as the closer with the acquisition of Aroldis Chapman.
Well, and he's not a guy that lost the closer's role because of performance. He has been dominant in that role and now gives the Cubs one of the premier 1-2 right-left back-end combinations, along with Aroldis Chapman. Fastball, slider, outstanding command with both.
He is pitching for the 4th time in 5 days, which is why Joe Maddon told us before the game he's the one guy I'd like to stay away from. But the game did not give him that opportunity. Bouncer to third, 1 down. O'Malley retired.
You know, what really stands out to me with this game and the Cubs is their versatility. When it wasn't going well early, there's still tough outs at the plate, and they really made Felix Hernandez work, ultimately getting him out after 5 innings, and then just continuing to chip away. And with that versatility, you see the athleticism of one of their catchers. Wilson Contreras beat out what looked like a tailor-made double play ball to extend that inning and eventually allow them to tie this ball game. So you think of the Cubs and their outstanding pitching, and now with Chapman and Rondon and their sluggers, but their defense, their versatility and their athleticism, such a key factor in them being one of the game's elite.
And not giving in. I mean, those 6 runs came up quick. I mean, first through innings and fast, the home runs, bop, bop, bop. You know, next thing you know, you're down. And credit to the bullpen, too, quickly. And a lot of guys credit, too.
Leonis Martin with a bouncer to first. Close at first. Rizzo wins the race. Two down.
This is starting to look like it could have been a collision. Not sure why Rizzo didn't go with the flip. Maybe just thought he was going to have this easy. Kind of starts in nonchalantly going to the bag. Martin running hard all the way makes this a close play and almost a dangerous play for both guys as they narrowly avoid colliding with one another.
Now Robinson Cano, homer to back in the second. His 23rd on the season. Fly ball twisting down the left field line, back out of play. You know, a lot of credit should be given to the Cubs bullpen as well. At the time, it didn't seem like much what Carl Edwards Jr. did, but absolutely shut down the Mariners for 2 innings. Joe Nathan with a hit and a walk, as John Lackey has made his way down to the bullpen for the Cubs if they need somebody else. Travis Wood did a great job on the mound and in left field. Strop, Montgomery, Chapman. Now Rondon. John Lackey would be next if it goes another inning.
Well, obviously probably John Lackey's side day. Kyle Hendricks, who again was originally scheduled to pitch today but pushed back a day, threw his bullpen yesterday and obviously scheduled to go tomorrow. So
Lackey scheduled to pitch on Wednesday. 2-2.
John Lackey with 1 career relief appearance.
Maybe a second coming tonight. A lot of folks have stayed deep into the night as Cano fights off another one. That one relief appearance, of which Buster was speaking for Lackey, came in 2004. Has made 3 relief appearances in the postseason as well in his career. His services might be needed tonight. In the air to left. Contreras makes a sliding catch.
Contreras doing it all tonight. We've seen the speed. We've seen him make some plays behind the plate. And here, knowing he's coming close to the wall, a little slide. Rondon loves it. Cubs hanging in there.
New Taco Bell poll finds Americans want bacon with their breakfast versus no bacon. Go figure. Introducing Taco Bell's new $1 morning value menu. The only $1 breakfast value menu that brings home the bacon.
This piece is so you. I saw it and I was just like, oh, I have to have it.
State Farm knows that for every one of those moments, there's one of these.
This piece is so you. I saw it and I was like, have to have it.
From renters insurance to rewards credit cards, State Farm is here to help life go right.
This is shaving. Blades here, blades there, some over there. Oh, that's not a blade. This is Gillette shielding with lubrication before and after the blades. Shields from irritation for a close, comfortable shave. Pro Shield from Gillette.
Here's how it feels to have America's fastest LTE network. Here's how it feels to get 50% off most national carrier rates, too. So imagine how it feels to switch to Sprint and buy an iPhone 6S and get another one free when you add a second line.
We didn't just break the mold. We made it. And we spelled it L-I-T-E. Because when you invent light beer, you get to spell it however you want. Spelled different because it's brewed different.
It
It's time to take your Crunchwrap love to the next level. Literally. With a whole new level of seasoned beef, nacho cheese sauce, and crunchy tostada. Taco Bell's new limited edition Triple Double Crunchwrap. You'll triple double love it.
Oh, hey, what's up? We're just doing what you're doing. We're watching Dan Shulman and the baseball game, and when it ends, we get to start working.
We've got Draymond Green in hot water. We'll delve into that. We've also got Miguel Cabrera tying Cal Ripken in a certain category.
And Jim Walker won a golf tournament. Let's go watch the game again, Kevin.
Dan?
All right, guys, thanks.
That was a good bit.
That was a good bit.
Yeah.
I want to put her feet up.
Two funny guys.
Yep.
Here we go. Bottom 11, Anthony Rizzo leading it off against Cody Martin. And a strike. One for 5, doubled and scored. One of the 3 runs the Cubs got in the 9th to tie it. Rizzo thought it was low, but it's 0-2. Meanwhile, John Lackey's now up. If it goes to the 12th, he's coming in. Fly ball to left. Pretty well struck. Not quite well enough.
Rizzo saw that big, too. Until he sat, wasn't fooled. Look at the swing on this breaking ball. Pretty good depth on it, too, but.
And he knows a little bit of slice on that ball takes it from the short part out there to where it gets a little bit deeper, turned into an easy play for Heredia.
It's been 2 for Rizzo tonight. Looks like he got an all of it off the bat.
Now Zobrist, he's had a big night. 3 for 4, including a key base hit in the 9th inning. The Mariners led 6-0 after 3. They had hit a 2-run homer in each of the first 3 innings. But the Cubs came all the way back as they bat now here in the bottom of the 11th. Liner to left. Caught by Heredia for out number 2.
Well, Heredia, who can play all 3 outfield positions, showing his center field skills there after making a mental error a couple innings ago, not throwing to the right base. He gets a nice break on this ball that's hit pretty sharply off the bat of Zobrist to run it down for the 2nd out. It's a nice break, nice route. Turns into a pretty easy play for him.
Now Addison Russell. Russell also had a key base hit in the 9th inning. Cody Martin, the 6th pitcher of the night for Seattle. The Cubs have used 8 pitchers. 0-2. Lackey now just crouched down in a catcher's squat, in a sense, on the bullpen mound down the left field line. Not used to maybe serving in this kind of a role.
Well, and they're getting a crash course on the scouting report. You know, obviously not expected to pitch now until the Marlins series, so we're just going through the lineup, where they are in that lineup.
Inning over. We go to the 12th. Tied at 6.
I had that dream again. that I was on the Icelandic game show? Everyone knows me for discounts like Safe Driver and paperless billing, but nobody knows the box behind the discount. Oh, it's like my father always told me. Put that down. That's expensive. Of course I save people an average of nearly $600, but who's gonna save me? And that's when I realized I'm allergic to wasabi. Well, I feel better.
It's been 5 minutes.
Talk about progress.
Okay.
Steak used to cost an arm and a leg. But now you can get new tender braised steak and melted cheese wrapped in a warm flatbread for just $1.49. Taco Bell steak flatbread sandwich. Eat it for them.
Looking for balance in your digestive system? Try Align Probiotic. For a non-stop, sweet treat goodness, hold on to your Tiara kind of day. Live 24/7 with 24/7 digestive support. Try Align, the #1 GE recommended probiotic.
Hey, neighbor. Nice pants. Thanks. Where'd you get them?
Dish.
Signed up for their 2-year TV price guarantee.
Got the same great price every month for 2 whole years. So when it comes to TV, we all wear the pants.
Well, I got these pants with my TV deal. Mike, you're not wearing pants.
Take control with a Dish 2-year TV price guarantee, $49.99 a month. Add the new Hopper 3 DVR. Call 1-800-CALL-DISH or visit dish.com.
12th inning at Wrigley Field. Dan Shulman, Aaron Boone, Jessica Mendoza, Buster Olney. Tied at 6. Hector Rondon is back on the mound for his second inning work. Lackey was up and was throwing briefly, but he does not come in. Goes much further, he's coming in.
You would think this would be all for Rondon. And Lackey, obviously being a starting pitcher, probably needs a little more time to get loose, so kind of started to throw that inning. With the pitcher spot due up third for the Cubs next inning, you would think maybe Arrieta might get an at-bat pinch hitting in Rondon's spot, and at that point you may see Lackey if it goes another inning.
Guillermo Heredia leads it off. Heredia's second Major League at bat, struck out in his first one on Friday night. Arrieta's ready. Heredia, Seager, and Gutierrez. Remember, Nelson Cruz is out of the game. Heredia ran for him back in the 9th inning. And at the time made sense. They're up 6-3, 9th inning. Heredia's got better speed, better outfielder than Cruz. But then it all fell apart for the Mariners in the bottom of the 9th. One-two. Well outside. So no more Cruz. Cano's still in the game. But he was the last out last inning. What a play by Russell. Can he throw him out? He does on a scoop by Rizzo.
Wow. What a play from an outstanding shortstop. Made an error in yesterday's game, his first in 29 games. This is a rocket off the bat of Heredia. A great job of handling that in-between hop, knowing that Heredia is going to get down the line well. He knows he's got to get to his feet and get something on this throw. Probably doesn't have a great grip on it. Gives Rizzo a long hop, one that he can handle. Rizzo does a good job of getting low and clearly beats Heredia for the first out of this inning.
Yeah, take that, Travis Wood.
Now Kyle Seager, always a threat. 2 for 4 tonight. Also has been hit by a pitch. Takes outside, 1-1. By the way, Jake Arrieta this year is hitting .279, 12 for 43, 2 doubles and 2 homers. And he's going to get a chance to hit in the bottom half of the inning.
It'd almost be perfect for the Cubs to have a pitcher close out the game offensively.
Yeah. Called strike 2.
And not from the mound.
Rondon's got it. 2 down. If you weren't with us earlier, some of the crazy stuff. Travis Wood came on in relief, hit for himself, went to left field, made a great catch, and 2 innings later came back into pitch again. The Cubs have used 5 different left fielders tonight. Coughlin, Wood, Caesar, Contreras, and Zobrist. Contreras there now. Zobrist has played second, left, and right.
They've utilized their entire bench, and only pitchers left to hit.
Contreras started at catcher. He's in left field. One and one the count on Franklin Gutierrez. 1 for 4 and a walk. 3 early homers for the Mariners, an early 6-0 lead in the 3rd. We're now in the 12th. One and 2. We've run out of room on the ancient scoreboard here at Wrigley. And we're having the same kind of issues with our scorecards up here. It's been a long one. Inning over. What a job by Rondon. 6 up and 6 down. For a guy that Joe Madden said, I'd like to stay away from him if I can. He's pitched a lot lately. He's needed him for 2, and he's been great.
What are we eyeing about? My money, it's gone. That's just bad security. You know.
I know. The new PCs are so secure you can use your face as your password.
And yet here you are in a truck full of money with no money.
You know about it. Now do something about it. Upgrade to a new PC.
You've secured the entire block, but not your PC.
According to the Department of Justice, more than 2 million homes are broken into every year. And in 1 out of 3, a family member is home.
Not on my watch.
This is why we designed SimpliSafe, the highest caliber home protection. SimpliSafe's award-winning security keeps your family safe around the clock. And unlike other systems, SimpliSafe works without a landline, so a burglar can't cut your security by cutting a wire. Tech experts call it better, smarter home security, an outstanding value. Now you can protect your family with 24/7 professional home monitoring for less than 50 cents a day, with no long-term contracts. Summer is the #1 season for break-ins. But right now, you can save $100 on SimpliSafe's complete protection package, plus free shipping. Order yours today. Go to mysimplisafe.com.
I don't even know why you like it here. I've got it. Don't touch me. I know how to ride.
Why are you dating a city girl?
I don't know, buddy.
Should have went to farmersonly.com. City folks just don't get it.
If your loved one received an IVC filter to prevent blood clots and later experienced complications, call right now. You may be entitled to financial compensation. The FDA warns that IVC filters can move or fracture, causing serious injuries such as heart damage, lung damage, internal bleeding, and even death. Don't wait. Call right now.
Call 800-817-5747. That's 800-817-5747.
Hayward, Contreras, and then Rondon scheduled, but you got to believe it's going to be Arrieta. Hayward rips one. Deep right center. Off the wall. And into second base with a leadoff double. Just a couple of feet away from ending it.
Does this feel for Jason Hayward, who's shown his frustration tonight? He gets a fastball up in the zone, just meets it with his barrel. We're talking 3-4 feet from ending this game with a home run, but look at the swing. It's a ball, it's up at his chest. Look how close this is.
Well, we talked about how much trouble he's had getting on time with the fastball, and after a couple of pitches that looked like maybe they were down and out of the zone, he's on time for that fastball. A huge leadoff double.
All right, guys, so Wilson Contreras is coming up. John Lester is in the on-deck circle, not Jake Arrieta. What's going on?
Well, if I'm Seattle here, I'm walking Contreras.
Yes.
Because you know you got a bunt situation next, and you're setting up a force situation if you walk Contreras, whose run obviously means nothing.
Fly ball, right center, pretty deep. Hayward getting ready to tag. Catch made by Martin. Hayward on his way to third and in there despite a very strong throw. And the winning run is at third with one out. And it's going to be Lester. Arrieta's a better hitter. Lester's got 6 sacrifices. Arrieta 1. Is this all about the bunt?
Well, it's certainly the option of the bunt, but you know that Scott Service, who's going out to the mound now to discuss things, and Seattle's certainly aware that, certainly from a number standpoint, Lester not the best option they have as a hitter right now.
I think John Lester came to the ballpark today saying, I wonder if I'll be called upon as a pinch hitter tonight. So Lackey's down there getting ready to pitch, which leaves Hendricks, Lester, and Arrieta. Arrieta's a great hitter for a pitcher. He's a great hitter.
And even just enough to get it to the outfield. I mean, you think about it, it's less than 2 outs, so you're not looking for the home run. You're not even looking for the base hit. You're just looking for something to get that run 90 feet.
Lester's 3 for 40 this year. His career batting average, as you can see, .051. He does have 6 sacrifices. Will they be thinking squeeze? Didn't show as he takes down and in. You wonder if something is preventing Jake Arrieta from swinging it back.
I'm going to throw this in there too, guys. Looking at the numbers, Arrieta strikes out a whole lot more than John Lester has. 14 strikeouts and 50 plate appearances this year. So maybe it's just a question. He wants the ball put in play.
Shows bunt and he takes a strike.
Now it's hard. You'd be hard pressed to go straight suicide squeeze because you don't want to give up your runner in scoring position, and you know Seattle is playing against that. You've got Seager holding Hayward on close at third base, Lee creeping in hard at first.
Pitch out.
I mean, the squeeze in this situation is not going to catch anyone by surprise. That's why you've got Lee way in at first base and Seager holding Hayward on so he can't get a big lead.
Winning run 90 feet away. Foul to back, 2-2.
And I don't think it's a situation where you'd have the contact play off, because if he hits a ground ball right to one of the infielders, you have an out at the plate, and Lester's unlikely to be able to get into scoring position. So worst case, you want that runner still in scoring position, albeit with 2 outs, and Baez still at the plate, or Baez with an opportunity at the plate.
2-2. He gets the bunt down. Runner coming home. Cubs win! With 2 strikes on him, Lester gets a bunt down to score the winning run here in the 12th. Well, a game like this deserved a crazy ending.
Well, and it ended with a pitcher for the Cubs at the plate. And Joe Madden, he needs a different hat, like a wizard hat.
A sorcerer's hat,
It's going all the way. I mean, that's...
Of course you'd pinch hit John Lester in that spot.
And he dragged, but I mean, he wasn't even, I mean, he's late show, brings it with him like he does it every day. And watch the jump that Hayward gets off at third, but the bunt that Lester gets down, perfect location, and Hayward.
Watch the base running by Hayward. He's not completely selling out. He reads this perfectly, gets a great secondary lead. And I know it's been a tough year for Jason Hayward at the plate, but there's so many things he does well, obviously defensively, and you cannot execute any better than Jason Hayward did there as a base runner, because if that doesn't get down, he's in a position to remain at third base with a hitter coming to the plate still. Perfect execution by Lester, and Hayward down to third.
And somehow the Cubs come back from an early 6-0 deficit and win what undoubtedly is one of the craziest games that's been played in the majors this year. Cubs win 7-6 in 12 innings over the Mariners. For Aaron, Jess, and Buster, I'm Dan Shulman. Thanks for watching. SportsCenter coming up now.
Holy shnikes, that's an all-timer. That's the kind of game that a Cub fan will write a book about, a long column or something. John Butchergrass, Kevin Connors. We've been waiting for the game to end to present the day in sports, 90-minute SportsCenter as usual here on Sunday night. But that was an unbelievable finish. Again, the likes that maybe we've never seen before. A pitcher with a safety squeeze and incredible base running by Jason Hayward.
Right, and how it works is that we write the show according to how the game is going to go, and we know we're coming on after the game. And when it's 6-0 Mariners, we're thinking, all right, we're going to be on right around. We know how things are going to play out, even 6-3 in the 9th inning, but the Cubs find a way. And we don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but as you pointed out, these are the kind of things where you look back and you say, you know what, maybe it's kind of our year when you win games sort of like these.
Again, it's such an improbable scenario. John Lester is a terrible hitter, yet he is set up as a pinch hitter, and it looked like he was just going to swing away, but with 2 strikes, there's 2 strikes. You bunt that foul, you're out. He gets it down. Hayward with an unbelievable anticipation at third to wait to see that it's laid down perfectly. If it was bunted too hard, he would have stayed, but he times it perfectly. He scores the game-winning run. And the man, of course, who made this decision is the manager, Joe Madden, who made a bunch of decisions, including that one, which helped win the game.
We are joined by the Cubs manager, Joe Madden, here on SportsCenter. Joe, I want you to walk us through the decision to pinch hit John Lester there in the bottom of the 12th inning. Well, what were your options at that point?
Because he could do that. That's it. Because he could do that. Runner on third base. If the runner was on second base, it would have been Arrieta. It's no more complicated than that.
You know, you've been around a lot of teams that have won baseball games. I guess it's that it factor in professional sports. What is the it with this team in terms of being a winning caliber baseball team?
Our guys don't quit. Our guys don't quit. We used to say that all last year after a really tough win. We never quit, and that's just look what happened tonight. I mean, 6-0 early, 3 2-run home runs early in the game. And then all of a sudden we had to like piece together the bullpen. How about the catch by Travis Wood in left field? At that point, that was out of necessity. That was a novelty. I had to do that based on what was available tonight. There was no way I didn't even want to pitch Rondon tonight, let alone get 2 innings out of him. So all that stuff is improbable, but sometimes you're forced into different moments.
Right. Yeah, so let's go back to that 9th inning there. You were down 6-0 in the 5th inning. You're down by 3 runs in the 9th inning, Joe. What is it from a managerial standpoint that has you believe that you can come back and tie and ultimately win this game?
Again, I mean, it's just about the guys. Honestly, if you were on our guys on a daily basis, we believe that we can do this. Now, we haven't done this year, the walk-off at home. We got to get more used to this kind of a scenario. And somebody might have mentioned that it might be the breakthrough kind of an event that permits us to do this in the future. So primarily, if you're in the dugout, nobody's quitting. Everybody's engaged. And with me, pitchers know they might play tonight somehow. So the pitchers are there. The starters are there. If that went one way, John Lackey was in the game because he was the farthest away from pitching on Wednesday.
On a night that pitchers become hitters and in bunt situations win games for you in the bottom of the 12th inning. Joe Maddon, thanks for joining us, and best of luck the rest of the way.
My pleasure. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks.
Great stuff. And he said that's why you put him up in that situation, because he can do that, lay down that bunt.
I guess it was to wait for the 2-2 count, and it was a perfect one. They do it again. They seem to be a team of destiny.
Best record in baseball, and they, as you say, do it again on Sunday night. Meantime, what we thought would be the big story of the night, in many ways still is.
Yeah, the final major